It's been far too long. It's so nice to speak to you again. How are you?
I know, just thinking the same thing. I was like, yeah, I remember Russ, and I can't wait to do the interview. Yeah, we are doing very well.
Well, you guys have been busy rehearsing this last week. You kicked off the tour last night, I believe. How did the first show go?
You know, it was crazy. We lost a day somewhere. Like, we were rehearsing, and we thought we had, like, an extra day to rehearse. So we're all like, yeah, man, we got an extra day to rehearse. Let's just get it, you know? And then, like, all of a sudden, I don't know, Jason looked at his phone. He's like, today's the 31st. We're like, no way. He's like, today is our first show. So we literally had to, like, run through the songs one more time and then, like, hit the road. So it was pretty intense. We actually got to Wichita, like, just in time before, like, the band before us was, like, playing. So it was like we had to get right on stage.
You made it. That's all that matters. It's a nice way to get everything started again. Now, obviously, Straight Line Stitch remains you and Jason, and now Darren McClellan's joined on bass. Who will be joining? Yeah. Who's going to be joining you on the road for the tour to fill out the lineup?
Right now, we have Patrick Gleason on guitar, and then we have Justin. I'm not familiar with his last, but we've decided as a band that we're not officially now announcing like members of Straight Line Stitch until, like, you know, the fill-ins actually, like, stick with us and pay their dues and things like that. So, and they know the whole spiel. So right now, Straight Line Stitch is me, myself, Jason, and Darren.
Right. Now, where did Darren come from? He seems to be solidified in the band.
Oh, yeah, Darren came from, he hails from St. Louis, Missouri, and he's been with us for 2 years.
Now, and I see Jason switched over to guitar somewhere along the way. What happened there?
Well, we lost a guitar player, and he said he was actually a guitar player before in his other band, which I had no idea. I've always seen Jason as a bass player. I mean, I've been in a band with this guy for like years, and I didn't even know he played guitar. But he always wanted to get back to playing guitar, so he kind of made that switch, and we found Darren, and Darren's just a monster on bass, so it was just a good switch.
Let's talk about this. The last time I saw you guys, you were riding a pretty good buzz with your last album, The Fight of Our Lives, but that album was supposed to be the light at the end of the tunnel. Yet, even then, there seemed to be some cracks. The last several years have been pretty rough road for you guys, but you've come out on the other side. Fantastic new EP, Transparency, ready to come out. What can you tell us about the journey and how it helped you create this new music?
I can tell you right off the bat, the journey was a living hell. The Fight of Our Lives, we did really, really well, you know, as far as, like, support.
Right.
You know, having a label and management. But then, like you said, there were cracks, and everything kind of just imploded at one time. And before we knew it, we were left with, like, just me and Jason, no management, no label, and, you know, trying to find members, you know, to just keep going. And that was, like, hell in itself. But somewhere on the line, we just kept up the belief that, you know, there's got to be a reason why we're still around, that people still are asking us to, like, you know, not give up, keep continuing to play music. So Jason and I decided to just keep moving forward no matter what. And Transparency was kind of born out of all the drama. Transparency was like testing the waters to see if people still cared, you know? It was the light at the end of a tunnel. As far as us, you know, can we do this by ourselves without any support? You know, and the album, the EP is a testament to that we have.
How much has the fan support meant to you through all of this?
You have no idea. If it wasn't for the fans at all, like, we would have thrown in the towel a long time ago. I mean, without them, like, they are the reason why Straight Line Stitch is still functioning. You know, even if we have been dysfunctional over the years, without our fans, like, we wouldn't even be here.
All right, let's talk about the new EP, Transparency. Tell us about the EP from your perspective, how the music's evolved, where it was recorded, all the things that went into it.
Okay, well, Transparency was recorded. We did about 3 tracks, I think 2 or 3 tracks in Ohio. We recorded with Ben Scheigel, who did our Fight of Our Lives album. The last couple of tracks, we went to a guy in St. Louis, a nice gentleman by the name of Matt Avalon, who he actually recorded a few songs and then actually ended up mixing and mastering the record. And then as far as, like, the writing of the EP, we kind of we've been writing for a long time. we had just finally decided that, 4 years is a little too long. It's long enough. It's about time we put out some music. And as far as the direction and our music evolving and stuff, I would say, 4 years is a long time for music to, have time to grow. And, we've definitely done that. We've done a lot of growing and maturing. We experienced a lot more stuff, We've fallen, got back up, fallen again, and we're just continuing to persevere, I guess. Lyric-wise, the writing of the album was more so about trying to escape the oppression and the depression that we felt about losing everything, and
right.
just trying to function with no support, trying to, I guess, more so about trying to find support in ourselves, find that belief in ourselves, like before, when we first started, before we even got signed, before we even had management. It was almost like we had to go back and, remember what it was like to start from nothing, So it was definitely about, just finding encouragement and looking for a light, no matter how small that light may be, just holding on to it to pull us through. And that's what transparency is all about, pretty much.
And that's a nice segue, because you have always had such an amazing spirit, and it really shines on the new music. And since there are only 5... You're welcome. Besides the intro, there are only 5 tracks. Can you give us some insight into each of the 5 on the album?
Let's see. Dark Matter. Dark Matter is about pretty much like the intro of that song sums it up, like Out of the Shadows. It's pretty much running away from darkness. And then Out of Ice. That's about looking to somebody who's, it's pretty much me talking to God, I guess, God is perfect. Jesus is perfect. And it's like, but I'm human and I'm not perfect. I'm trying to model myself and do right and do what I think is right, even if I've been wronged or I've wronged other people and I'm trying to make it right. I'm not perfect and I'm never going to be. So that's I guess that's acceptance.
Right.
That song's about acceptance, who you are, We role model ourselves after different people anyway, bigger people, which is kind of silly.
And how about Face of God?
Face of God. Face of God is asking God not to turn his face from us. I know we're kind of despicable at times, but, with all the crap going on in this world, it's about me going to God and say, please, don't give up on us as a people. Don't give up on me.
And the 4th track is called Wilderness, I believe.
Wilderness. Yeah, that is Wilderness. Wilderness is about being lost and ultimately finding your way.
Nice. And then, of course, the last track on it, my favorite so far as I've been listening to it, Human Bondage.
That's my favorite, too. That's my favorite. Yeah, Human Bondage is about being in a place of forgiveness. I've done a lot of things wrong in this life. And, of course, I have a conscience, so I always feel terrible about doing anything that would hurt another person. So I've always tried to, rectify the situation by saying I'm sorry or whatever. But a lot of the people that I've gone to with saying I'm sorry are just kind of immovable. Or they're just going to hold a grudge for the rest of their lives, and there's nothing I can do about it. It's about, me not and just forgiving myself and being okay with that, So that's what those songs are about.
Right. And you just shot the video for Human Bondage. How did that go?
That was awesome. We actually shot with Fermi Williams. He did our Never See the Day video a couple years back. So that was fun to work with him. He's awesome. Went to several different locations, which was really, really, really fun. I actually sat on as producer on that video, which is a hat I've never, ever worn before. But it was very liberating and fun to have a say on, the treatment and everything else. We kind of collaborated on the treatment. And it was stressful at times because, we're so used to being, kind of peppered with the whole video thing because our old management did all our videos. So all we had to do was pretty much show up and just, But this time around, we all had to, make it happen, do a response. So that was kind of exciting.
Nice. And since we're battling with the wind anyway, I'll ask you one last question for fun before we get out of here.
Okay.
When you're feeling down with life struggles or you're having a dark moment, and I know there were quite a few as you were leading up to this, is there a particular song or album that always sort of brings you out of it?
That's a really great question. I listen to music in general, so I would definitely have to say Fleetwood Mac's Rumors album. It's just something about that album. I think when I first played it, when I was like, I don't know, I had to be like 10 or 12 or something like that. And that album just does something to me. When I listen to it, it automatically pulls me back to being like that kid with the big dreams.
Right.
So it kind of and it pushes me to go forward, to keep moving no matter what, you know? Like, don't stop.
Yeah, that's one of those. That's one of those few records that I consider sort of a perfect album. You couldn't improve on it. So.
Oh yes.
Awesome, Alexis. Thanks so much. We're so glad there's new music and you're back out on tour. We look forward to seeing you. The new EP, Transparency, out June 30th. We still got a ways to go, but are fans able to get it at the show right now, or do they have to wait as well?
Actually, we're about to get it shipped to like one of our friends' house on tour, so we won't have it on tour, but people can definitely go Best Buys across the country and pick it up. People can pre-order it now if they want to. So there's several different like outlets where they can like get the music, and we appreciate it.
Fantastic. I'll let you get out of here. Be safe on the road, and we'll see you soon.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So good talking to you.
You too, Alexis. Bye.